number one, and most people would, but nah, man, for me, Terminator 1.
Yeah.
They're both good, but T1 for me all the way.
All the way. All right.
One, and most people would, but
okay, got that. I need one more thing before we start. I think I gotta find something to eat around here.
So, man, you mentioned something about your leg the other day. You do something to your leg?
Just wear and tear from the job.
Oh, mine is just wear and tear from getting old. Just it's family thing. Everybody in my family got bad knees, but I ain't getting no surgery until I absolutely have to. I can still move. I can run if I have to. If I don't have to, then I'm not going to. But
oh no, I feel you.
Yeah,
for me, the extra stuff I'm doing is a lot of hills and stairs. And you do that enough times, it's
oh yeah, yep.
It's just kind of start to affect things.
Hey man, but you're off Saturday. You don't have to worry about it.
Yep, got it off. I put it in early enough.
Cool.
Vacation, getting paid to be home. Ain't no better feeling.
Hey, nice.
So
now we're live right now, right? We on.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay, all right. Well,
but
host, so I'll let you do your thing.
Getting ready to. All right. And now, officially, welcome y'all in to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW in the building, the OGs, the Real Big E, and Rob the Ambassador here to talk SummerSlam predictions. 2022, biggest party of the summer, like we were just talking about. Got the day off, and I'll be able to enjoy the festivities uninterrupted. So, looking forward to it. Hopefully, maybe, I keep saying it, maybe I speak into existence that Doc will show up. We'll see. We'll see. How you doing, man?
And I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Look, man, it's SummerSlam, so I'm excited, right? One of the big four, biggest party of the summer, like you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the matchups, not so crazy about, but
yeah, look, it's kind of like SummerSlam, WrestleMania Revenge.
Yeah, what do they call it? SummerSlam Backlash is almost what it feels like.
Yeah,
but look, man, it's SummerSlam. I'm excited. Looking forward to the show.
Yep, right on. We're not going to waste any time, and there's a match that we've seen it. We kind of got it last year too. But I'm gonna start with kind of a heavy hitter, if I can get this thing to work. I'm gonna start off with this right here. Becky Lynch taking on Bianca Belair for that Raw Women's Championship again. Last year, Bianca had the SmackDown title, and we were supposed to get her and Sasha. That didn't happen. They brought out Carmella. That didn't happen, thankfully. But Becky happened, and there's this whole thing with the 26 seconds, something like that. And they had, to me, had one of the greatest women's WrestleMania matches of all time. They tore the roof off that place. That match was epic. I don't know how they topped that, but they probably could, because Cody and Rollins had a great series as well. But I am still going to stay steadfast and say that Bianca somehow, some way will retain, and we'll give Becky Lynch something else to do. Maybe she goes to SmackDown. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think that Bianca will retain. She should retain, especially after what happened at last year's SmackDown, SummerSlam, which was just a travesty. A 26-second loss. Under no circumstances should Bianca lose that way. So I think she's going to get a redemption this time. And like you said, hopefully that'll be the end of this feud, and they'll get Becky doing other things.
All right. The Mysterios versus Judgment Day. I should care about this a lot more. In retrospect, now I feel like they did the whole Edge thing a little too soon. And having Finn Balor take over. Finn Balor has never really had that type of presence to be the leader. I actually think Damian Priest makes a better leader than he does. But I know they're trying to woo Dominic over to the dark side, and Ray just had his 20th anniversary. So, I'm good with Judgment Day. I could see a scenario where the Mysterios pull off a miraculous win. They take the beat down, but that's kind of what they've been doing all this time. So I just think Judgment Day gets the win. You got Rhea Ripley lurking as well. So, and then possibly we see the return of somebody.
Well, I'm glad my girl Rhea is back, and I'm going to pick Judgment Day. I think they really need the win more, but if we're thinking the same person is returning, that could mean a victory for the Mysterios. But whether that person returns or not, I'm going to say that the Judgment Day wins because I think they need the win more. You're trying to establish them as this badass faction. Well, they need a big win in a big spot. So why not here? So I'm going to predict them.
I agree. I do agree. All right. Bobby Lashley defending the United States Championship against Theory, who is also Mr. Money in the Bank. Bobby, I'm wasting time with this. Bobby's going to retain. Theory's obviously got bigger things on his mind. This kind of is they booked the match, but they haven't been building this feud at all. They've been building a feud with Theory and Roman and Brock. Bobby's just been being Bobby. He's over. Bobby, I'm saying they're wasting Bobby at all, but this hasn't really been a thing. So Bobby's going to win.
I agree. Bobby's going to win. He should win. Theory is going to have the briefcase, and whether or not he actually cashes in, I don't know, but that's going to be a running storyline up until the main event. But there's no need to put the belt back on Theory that he just gave up to Bobby a couple of months ago. It doesn't make any sense. So Bobby will retain.
Got the Usos defending yet again the Unified Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits. Now, I ain't mad about seeing this again. I thought the match at Money in the Bank was awesome. Best match on the card, hands down. And add the caveat, I don't know what difference he's going to make, but when you add Jeff Jarrett as a special guest referee, I don't know. I don't know why they picked Jeff Jarrett of all people to begin with, because of Nashville.
I was kind of disappointed. On SmackDown, they built this whole thing up of, hey, we're going to reveal the special guest referee, and Jeff Jarrett, I was like, wah.
Yeah.
That was just, maybe Jerry the King Lawler, Memphis used to be his territory.
Yeah.
I get about that a little bit, but Jeff Jarrett, But anyway.
No, I've been hyped if it was like Shawn Michaels.
Oh, everybody would have. Yeah, Michaels. Yeah. I mean, anybody, Triple H, anybody.
I thought about Triple H, but the whole heart thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shawn, definitely. So I probably would have had a good time. In any event, it's tough because I don't really think the Street Profits can take another L. So I'm gonna predict they finally get over, and we start to see, as you like to say, a chink in the armor as far as the bloodline goes. And just because the Usos lose it here, doesn't mean they can't get it back. And also, if Street Profits do lose, then to me that tells me that they are ready to move on with Montez as a single wrestler. At least get that ball rolling. That's the only reason I can see them losing. And I hate to see these guys split up, but I'm still gonna say they win.
See, this is funny because, when you say chink in the armor, I'm thinking, yeah, it could be the Profits where we see that, because look, obviously Montez is getting jacked up. I mean, the brother, we can tell he's been hitting the weight room, and we've seen both of them have singles matches. We've seen Angelo have a couple of singles matches against.
He beat. Well, I guess it was a count out or some kind of way. He beat Omos, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't like a straight. He didn't pin him.
No, it was a count out situation. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, but hey, it was a win. So
right. Win.
I could see some sort of dissension between the Profits, but you know what, man, I'm going to go with you. I'm having second thoughts about it. Leading up to this podcast, I was all about picking the Profits, but now I'm not so sure. But I'm going to stick with my prediction. I do think the Profits get over. I don't think it really hurts the Usos, because it'll be a great match. And if we see it one more time, I could see that happening. So I'm going to say the Profits get over, and Roman will be pissed about it, but you never know. The Usos can get it back at a
They got to make this interesting. I mean, they've established who they are now. Now we need to make this interesting. Okay. Speaking of interesting, I don't know if that's the word you're going to use for this match, but we're getting it nonetheless. Pat McAfee going up against Baron Corbin. This is regular singles match. I don't know why this match could use a stipulation, street fight, the parking lot brawls, something.
Parking lot brawl.
Yeah, something. I mean, because Pat McAfee is a better wrestler than most people think. I don't think he was able to really show off what he could do at Mania. But if people want to know, go back NXT. Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole was a fantastic match.
That was a great match.
And even going back looking, Pat was in War Games. Out the top of the cage. That's all I'm gonna say. He took the L at Mania. So I'm gonna say that Pat McAfee is gonna win this match.
Yeah, I'm going to say McAfee win too. I think they could have done a better job building up this match. We know these guys have a little bit of history going all the way back to the NFL. And I thought it would have been fun if they
Old
could
teammates.
have. What's that?
Old teammates.
Yeah, I thought it would have been good if they could have featured that on SmackDown a little more, gave us some of that background. I think, we've seen it on the internet, but I thought it would have been good.
They built to it, a lot of it after the fact, like after Money in the Bank. Corbin attacked McAfee, but the show was over.
Right.
And then later we saw a picture of, Vince, Triple H, and McAfee and Stephanie at the UFC event, and McAfee selling it, but people are like, well, we didn't see what happened.
Yeah. But like you, I'm going to say McAfee wins. To me, at this point, no need for Corbin to win. He's bordering on irrelevancy at this point. So I'm going to say McAfee gets over in this one.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good match though. I think with a stipulation, it would have gave McAfee a little more range to do more stuff.
Yeah, I think we already have a last man standing, and I think one of the other matches coming up also has a stipulation. So
no DQ.
Right. So maybe they didn't want to go crazy with those kind of matches.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey challenging Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Going into this, I thought the backstory, I heard that this was something that Ronda wanted. She wanted to kind of help elevate Liv, and this program was her idea. But I feel like this is a situation where neither woman can afford to really lose. So I think there's going to be some shenanigans with a return of Bailey. And I think that will be the match will get thrown out. DQ, Bailey interrupts, and then next pay-per-view we get a triple threat with these three. And that's how you bring back Bailey. That's my prediction. It's a prediction show.
It's funny because there could be a return. It could be Bailey, could be Charlotte. All right. We know Charlotte's going to be in Nashville. Her daddy's wrestling the following night and her husband.
Oh, yeah.
So you never know. You never know. But I'm going to say that Liv gets over because I think, look, Ronda can take an L. It doesn't hurt her. And I think Ronda wants to go heel anyway. I think if Liv gets over, maybe it'll be a thing where Liv tries to shake Ronda's hand. Ronda armbars her, beats her down, is basically a sore loser. And then Ronda goes heel. And I think Ronda makes a much better heel. Even when she was in UFC, you didn't see her smiling and stuff a lot. I know she was a badass. She was over, people liked her, but she was a badass. And I think that's the character
on the planet.
Yeah, I think that's the character she needs to be in WWE. So I think Liv can win. Ronda can take the L, no big deal, but she will somehow, some way do something to antagonize the crowd and be a heel at this point.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm channeling Book. I want to see Bailey back.
Oh, I do too. Hey, I want to see her. Look, I want to see my girl Charlotte back. And man, with Vince gone, who knows? Maybe we see Sasha and man, who knows what we could see? That's this match, I'll say, is the most intriguing to me because first of all, it's a fresh matchup. And second of all, we could see the return of a few different women.
Yeah. They got to do something, right? SummerSlam. It's the next thing next to Mania.
Yeah.
Last year SummerSlam we got Brock, and nobody even knew that was going to happen. So
right, and we got Becky.
And that didn't go that well.
It didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but I mean, it was still nice to see her back. So hopefully we get something similar, but done better.
Yeah. All right. Miz and Logan Paul. This is I actually think this has potential to be good. I just don't know how good. And now we saw Logan Paul at Mania, how good he looked in a tag team match. But even in that space of a tag team match, I mean, he knew what a hard camera was. He was working the camera. He was working the crowd. But it worked because he was the heel. I don't know how he's going to do as the face. So this will be interesting. I think it'll be a good match. Obviously, this is Logan Paul's now a WWE superstar. He's not just he's a part-timer. He's not full-time going to be there every week. I don't think. I don't know. But he has signed a deal. If I'm guessing, he'll do the big pay-per-views, that kind of deal. But I'm going to give him the win here. Miz betrayed him at Mania. It's a revenge match. We all kind of knew it was going to happen. Didn't think it would take this long, but it's happening finally. So I'm going to go. Logan Paul wins. Obviously, they'll probably use Maurice and Tommaso Ciampa to try to get involved to try to help put him over even more as a babyface. But I think he'll still come out with the W.
Yeah, man. I agree. Miz is going to lose another big match to a celebrity. I really don't get the whole Logan Paul thing. The crowds don't seem to like him, and WWE seems adamant about making him a face. None of it really makes sense to me. He gets booed wherever he goes. I actually think Miz is going to be the crowd favorite in this match. They're going to try to make Logan Paul the face, but it's not going to work. But I do think Logan Paul will do good work in the match, and I think it could be a okay match. But yeah, I don't understand the whole Logan Paul thing. I read that they had to redo some of the segments from Monday Night on Raw because the crowd was booing him so badly. but WWE doesn't want the TV viewers to hear that, to know that. Yeah, I don't get it, man. He's booed everywhere he goes, but look, he's gonna win.
Yeah, he much better as a heel. But can you buy Miz as a babyface?
No, I can't.
Yeah,
So yeah, what are you gonna do?
Lose.
Yeah,
lose situation.
Lose. The fans are gonna lose too.
Yeah. Well, you never know. They might put on a good to great match. We don't know. We just don't know. And last but not least, the match everybody's been talking about. Last man standing match. The last time we get this match, hopefully. And
that's what they're telling us.
They're hyping it up, man. I saw Roman on Good Morning America. And he was doing the thing, promoting the match, of course. I don't know. I guess part of me just hates to see Brock lose that aura because he keeps losing, but I mean, it is to Roman. And it's last man standing. And the one thing I did think about, okay, you're not going to like this, but the Usos could get involved and they could help, beat down Brock and keep Brock down for the 10. And I think Roman will still win. I don't really think that the product gets better with Brock as champion again. We've seen it enough. I know Roman's going to work less days, but that's why you have Bobby as a champ. That's why you have Gunther as a champion. Why in the hell is Gunther not on SummerSlam? Come on. Like, y'all never put the Intercontinental Championship on any of these pay-per-views. Or I forgot the new term they're calling it, but whatever.
He better be at Clash of the Castle though.
He probably will, but
yeah, I'm certain
he'll be IC champ, and you're trying to elevate these other two titles because Roman's not there, going to be there every week. He can't elevate something that people don't see on the major shows. You don't even see him. I mean, it's so bad. But anyway, sticking with Roman, I think this has to be some blood. They got to get nasty for the last time. And he's got to put Brock down for good. Maybe Brock goes away to the Rumble, and I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna stick with the Tribal Chief. I don't think when the day comes for him to lose, he needs to elevate somebody. And so,
I agree. If you have Brock win, you just ruin everything you've built with Roman, and there's no need to have Brock win. Every wrestler has their time when it's just not their time anymore. And as big and bad as Brock is, as legendary as he is, it's not his time anymore. So I do think he's going to lose. He should lose. And I think that's okay. It doesn't mean he's not relevant anymore. Like you said, if he were to come back at the Rumble, the crowd still pops. Anytime you hear Brock's music, asses are going to be kicked. You're going to pop for it. But he's just not that dude anymore. Roman is that dude, and he should be that dude. And in order to establish him as that dude, you have to have him get over on the guy who has gotten over on him so often. In most of these matchups that we've seen, Brock has been the one to get over. You have to have, and you're having last man standing, and you're saying this is the last matchup between these two. You have to have Roman get over in what I do think will be a very physical, brutal matchup, but Roman will win.
Yeah, you go back to WrestleMania 31, first time they wrestled, then they wrestled at 34, and he lost again. And then there was all the matches after that, Saudi Arabia match, cage match that people forgot about. But this will be the second SummerSlam that he beat Brock. He beat Brock for the first time at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship back when it was red. And then he had to drop it because of leukemia. And then, he's beaten. This has been the third time this year he's beaten Brock. But I guess it's the way it has to go. And then I don't know. I don't really want to see a cash in. If he does, he's gonna lose. Like I said, if he cashes in on Roman, the Usos are lurking. They're gonna probably jump him and beat him down, and I don't know. If their theory is smart, maybe he teases it,
Right.
but doesn't actually do it. One of the best Money in the Bank cash-ins I can remember, and I'll leave it with this, was Randy Orton at SummerSlam on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan beat John Cena clean, and here came Randy Orton. He kind of teased it, and that's when Triple H turned heel. And yeah, that's when the Authority was born. I thought that was epic because they timed it like they were actually patient that night. Like people were leaving the arena because Daniel Bryan had won. He had confetti coming down, and then all of a sudden, Randy Orton's music hit. And I had people over. I remember that SummerSlam, and they kept saying, "Oh no, he's not going to come out." I said, "Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Just wait." And sure enough, he did. And I was hyped because I was right. Just because I was right. I didn't really care about Orton winning. I was just happy to be right. But yeah. And like you said, when we came on here too, it's too bad that we didn't get to have Seth Rollins and Riddle.
Yeah.
Not that this show ain't gonna be long enough as it is, but I thought that would have been like you said, a show stealing match. Maybe they give us Seth and AJ, like Good Brother said, but I don't know.
I don't know if you have, I still have not heard what the issue was with Riddle, why the match was canceled.
Well, what I saw was a WWE statement, so I don't know how true it is, but it was like something with his arm. It's a stinger, and so he doesn't have strength in that arm. So they gotta wait till he gets 100% strength back in his arm. Something brachial.
A brachial, that's somewhere like in your bicep, isn't it?
It's on the arm. I know that much.
Okay.
Yeah, brachial is definitely in your arm.
Yeah.
But when you say stinger, that yeah, it's kind of like a football injury. I'm glad they use regular terminology for that too, because WWE like to jazz shit up. And, yeah, whatever. All right, everybody. Well, Saturday night, SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer. We will be back here live to cover and give our results and our reviews and our grades on the show. Hopefully, like I said, maybe Doc will be here. Good brother, the Inside Man, will not be available, unfortunately, so won't be able to have him. But you'll be here in spirit, brother.
Oh yeah, always.
So, as always, everybody, make sure you check us out on all social medias. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, podcast_third on Twitter. Check us out on TikTok, Third Generation Wrestling Pod, I believe. And shoot us an email anytime with thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com for all your questions, suggestions, recommendations, requests, all that good stuff. Put a couple videos up in the last 24 hours, so check those out. My plan is to try to review all of those A&E documentaries. I did Goldberg. I started watching Undertaker's, so I'm gonna do his next.
Yeah, I've watched that one. I enjoyed it.
And I don't know who's out there. I think the Bellas are next after. So I think that'll be I think that would actually be more interesting than people think. I'm curious to see how they touch on John Cena and Daniel Bryan and how they were first brought to the company and they went away and they came back, and maybe they touch on that all women's pay-per-view that was our first show ever.
Yeah, Evolution. I thought that would be a
yearly thing,
pay-per-view, but
yeah, you got Ronda back now. I mean, that was kind of what one of the main reasons they didn't do it, but I didn't think they needed Ronda to do it again. It was kind of silly.
Yeah. No, you have women on this roster who are established. I understand it helps having Ronda, but I think you could have done it without her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, how many women did they bring back at the damn Royal Rumble?
Yeah, right.
Jesus. But all right. Take care, everybody. Ambassador, go ahead and send this one.
All right. Hey, y'all know we love y'all and we appreciate y'all. We want you to continue listening, tell your friends. And look, let us know your picks for the show. What are your predictions? Hit us up on all of the platforms that the Real Big E talked about. And we will see you Saturday night.
Saturday night. Like button, subscribe, share, and take care. Peace.